What's going on YouTube? Desert Crawler RC here. Just wanted to put out a quick, I guess, build breakdown video. Just kind of talking about what went into this Injora bug build. SEX24 based. This actually was, have you guys seen some of the shorts? The GMC cab only hard body I was running from Flub RC. That's actually what I was running on this chassis originally. Then when the bug came out from Injora, I wanted to try that out, and that's what we have here now. So underneath is the Maz Designs Cheat Code V3 chassis in carbon fiber. I love this thing. It performs so well. Craftsmanship is amazing. Maz is super awesome. I mean, even if you hit him up for a quick email just to ask, any questions, he's quick to reply and, more than willing to give you any kind of help he can. So yeah, shout out to Maz. Anyways, so yeah, was running the Flub RC hard body on it before, was the cab only setup. And now I got the bed put on, did a little paint work. Got some windows installed that I use out of some clear Lexan. And then windshield. And what's cool about the Flub bodies, they come with interiors, so I don't know if you can see inside there very well, but got a steering wheel, a dash, bench seat. I used duct tape brand duct tape with a zebra print to kind of make it look like the seat had zebra upholstery. And then, yeah, Flub RC body is super cool. Only thing is with the hard bodies, are kind of heavy, so they're not going to perform as well as these lighter, Lexan polycarbonate style bodies. But back to the chassis. So with the chassis, this is the shorter wheelbase or standard wheelbase length. Again, carbon fiber. And I'm using the C-bolt length Maz Designs double bend links. These things are awesome for getting you that really high clearance. I mean, you could see with that aggressive skid angle right here, paired with these double bends, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I forget the angle of the skid plate, but I'm running the optional 10-degree motor one, so it tilts your motor up a little higher so it's not pointed down as aggressively. Otherwise, you might have issues where it might hit your front links when you're fully flexing. I got the Mias Racing isokinetic aluminum axles where you get that crazy 52-degree turning angle. These things are awesome. I mean, for the money, you really can't beat these things. I know Mofo makes some great axles. I know Little Guy's got their Super 8s. There's a couple options you can go with, or even hooking up your stock, SEX24 axles. They're pretty easy to modify. I did that to my my two younger boys, their Jeeps. I just modified the stock axles, put some brass knuckles and OGRC axle shafts, but we'll go into that in another video. What's cool with theirs is more of a budget style build, and I mean, their Jeeps still perform really, really good for trying to put minimal money into them. But back to this build. So yeah, the Mias axles, got the Venge RC 3D printed diff slider, and this thing's really cool. If you get it set up right, it's got that perfect angle to go with the lower links to help you slide over rocks, because as much as I love these Mias axles, these diffs are notorious for hanging up on rocks. But yeah, it's worth it, especially if you get yourself a 3D printed diff slider. And I know there's a couple of people on Etsy that make them. Yeah, so got the Injora 40 millimeter oil filled big bore shocks. And so far these have been great. I honestly have been using these on pretty much every build that I have. They work well. So far I haven't had any leaks, knock on wood. And yeah, I think 40 millimeters is plenty of flex, plenty of travel for what I need. I've tried, the big bore shocks and the double barrels and the you know, super crazy travel, wild articulation shocks. And honestly, you're going to have to limit strap everything. Otherwise, everything's just going to want to tip over because you'll have too much articulation. So yeah, I found that these 40 millimeter Enduras have been a really, you know, happy medium for me. Running a NSD RC RS100 micro servo. It's a high voltage servo. This thing's awesome, quiet, super powerful. It's running off, I believe it's a 6 volt BEC that's built into the FuryTech Lizard Pro. And even at 6 volts, this thing still, I mean, gets me out of any situation I can put it into. They got the Little Guy Racing limiting strap bracket here and one of their limit straps to that front magnet mount. The rest of the electronics, like I said earlier, I got the FuryTech Lizard Pro Bluetooth ESC. I took the case off and put heat shrink on it to make it a little bit of a tighter package. One of the micro Fly Sky receivers. I believe this was like just a generic one I got on Amazon. I had to solder it myself. I know Big Kid Tiny Truck, they sell these pre-soldered for about the same price you can buy one not soldered on Amazon. So if you're interested in these and you would like one, but you either don't know how to solder or you don't want to do it, you can buy one of these, like I said, from Big Kid Tiny Truck for the same price that you can pay for one that you have to solder yourself. So, you know, just a little heads up. I have a Endura aluminum transmission with all metal gears. Got the Mofo RC forward-facing metal mount. And for motor, I got the Mofo RC NanoBam V2. And this little brushless motor has been awesome. Super smooth, super quiet, super powerful. Really nice setup and lightweight. Battery, I'm just running one of my FMS 380 milliamp hour batteries. These come with like the FCX 24s. I have a ton of these things. So, and it's a good little size and plenty of power, and it lasts plenty long enough for, you know, the lines that I'm doing. Let's see what else. Wheel and tires. So we got Trio purple bead locks. These are just some like deep dish wheels. I forgot what the name of them actually are. And then tires, we got some Endura 60 millimeter comp pins. These things are amazing. They perform really good on my rocks. I mean, really, really good. Probably some of the best tires that I have. And inside all four corners, we're running the yellow Endura silicone inserts. So I might do a little bit of tuning, might trim a little bit of material out to make these a little more squishy. They do pretty well, but I might want to soften them up just a little more. And then as far as the body goes, this is the Endura Bug 24 body. I trimmed it a little more. I contoured this area right here to go with the curvature of the links and the skid angle on this chassis. So that way I get the full amount of clearance, you know, I get the full benefit of it and I don't have the body hanging up, even though I have tons of clearance on the chassis. As far as mounting goes, on the chassis, Maz includes the, you know, front and rear magnetic mounts that you bolt on. And then typically this is supposed to have like a hinge mount. You bolt to the rear of the chassis, you know, it can fold up and down, and then use magnet mounts under the hood right here. But what I opted to do, because I felt like Endura's mounting style made it sit way too high. So what I opted to do was I have the magnet mounts under the hood like, you know, Endura recommends. But then for this chassis, I bought some styrene from Hobby Lobby. I think I used one, I forgot the size, but it's one of the thinnest sheets of styrene you can get because I wanted to save weight. But I cut a strip, bent it, and then I glued it to the nylon cage that comes with this body. Use some, you know, double-sided 3M tape and put a magnet here. But I use this as a rear magnet mount. So now I can utilize all three magnet mounts on my chassis. And when I mount it, it sits much, much lower than, you know, most of the bugs we've seen on YouTube. So I really like the low slung, you know, almost belly dragger style crawlers. The clearance can kind of suck sometimes, and you can get high centered if you're not careful and you're not watching your lines. But the stability, the ability to, you know, do some pretty crazy inclines, side hills. I mean, I feel like the lower center gravity it's worth the trade-off to, you know, be scraping and dragging on everything. So yeah, that's how I got this to sit so low. So yeah, so far I've been pretty happy with this build, man. It's been it's been really cool. It's been solid. It's taken some tumbles, taken some beatings. It's got some scratches in it, but it's overall held up pretty well. No cracks anywhere. So, and oh yeah, you'll notice on most of the builds on the shorts, pretty much all of them, I add my little micro custom desert crawler license plates to them all. Kind of my little trademark. Yeah, so that's the build. That's this one. I plan on making some more build videos going over all the rigs that I feature on these shorts. Kind of showing you the different styles. I have a couple more scale style ones, and then like I said, I try to do some budget style ones. Yeah. So, anywho, thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys can, you know, throw a like out. Let me know what you think of the truck. You know, like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Just kind of doing this on the side. I really have been enjoying this RC crawling stuff. You know, the 24s, the 110s. I have a lot of fun with it. I love building these things. I love taking them out and seeing what they can do. So I know sometimes people have questions of kind of what I, you know, put into these things, or how I set them up, the parts I use. So yeah, go ahead and comment. Let me know what you think. Any questions you might have, anything you want to know. Glad to help out. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching.